Welcome to this year's Jersey Rally. In recent years we've seen changeable weather conditions to say the least, and the forecast for this year is no exception. Last year's winner, Simon Major, also isn't here to defend his title, meaning the field is wide open for the other competitors. So will we see the first Jersey winner since 2006?
Yep, thanks Hannah. So as we just heard, no Simon Major, so Stevie Leonard running car 1.
So what's your plan of attack? Is it all out from the off, or...?
Yeah, this weather's put a bit of a dampener on it for us, but still going to try not to lose any time on the first couple of stages, so still going to be 100% maximum attack.
The first stage then, the very wet and slippery Trinity. Well, Steve Leonard not a fan of these wet stages, but no problems for Simon Chapman in the 6R4. Car 3, and we saw Lee Vivian back in his old Escort Cosworth. The Roselle stage drying out fairly quickly in the wind. And Hanny was setting in quite quickly with these changing conditions. But it was still very greasy down by the start line of this Roselle stage, as Anton Shaw would find out, colliding with two granite walls. Ouch. Back at Trinity for sunshine and rain. The corners were in attendance. Let's go on board with Andy Corner and Abe Camp. You could see for yourselves how slippy it was. Not to be outdone on the entertainment front. Dan Corner. At the end of the Friday daytime stages, Stuart LeBreton and Justin Bush were lying 10th overall. A great day so far for Ross Lanoa, up to 9th overall. Well, with Dad Andy back in 11th overall, it was Dan Corner that was leading the family battle, up to 8th. Lee Vivian and Will Rutherford 7th. Richard Fishley does well in Jersey, up to 6th. Line 5th overall, Jeremy Bodad and James Olivero. Annie Hansford and Andrew Delacour were line 4th overall. Third, Stevie Leonard and Sean Humphreys. Top 2 battle was between the big guns. Simon Chapman in the 6R4. But it was Tyson Flatt and Sue Fossey who were leading the rally after 8 stages.
Hey, up trouble, how's it going?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, it's playing in our hands nicely with the weather, but yeah, it's still slidey. I've had a little overshoot, and unfortunately we lost our 10-second lead from the first stage this morning, but we'll do what we can.
We're going to have a Jersey victor this year.
Well, it's too early to call, and there's a lot of good guys out here, so thanks very much.
See you later.
Oh, it was time for those dark stages. 3 at Grouville and 3 at Archie Rondell. And down came the rain that was forecast. First through Grooville, Steve Leonard, Sean Humphreys. Simon Chapman was expecting to lose time with these tight hairpins. Lee Vivian was also to drop a few places. Well, the big story of the night was to come from St Catherine's at the Archie Rondell stage. We were just about to lose the rally leaders, Tyson Flatt and Sue Fossey. The camera got them going round by the castle, but further into the stage there was an off. Too much damage to continue. New overnight leaders then. James Hansford, Andrew Delacour. Steve Leonard and Sean Humphreys would be second. Dan Corner and Mark Regan, third overall. Andy was fourth. Let's go back on board.
Fast medium right into K left. K left there. Fast medium left into fast medium right, open long, then 80 down to square left. And fast left into medium right, half long, 80 over crest to acute left very tight. Acute left very tight.
Nice. Well, this hairpin was getting quite lively. Well, on to the Saturday stages. And on stage we heard whispers of another story. The other side of the island on the Grev stage. Crews receded, Hanny was first out. The car sounded okay, but something wasn't quite right. Onto the St. Juan stage, and we heard that Hanny was in pain after the steering wheel snatched out of his hands the night before. Steve Leonard was catching. Back at Grev, Steve Leonard could see the lead was there for the taking. And he took it. New rally leaders, Stevie Leonard, Sean Humphreys. We expected a challenge from the 6R4. But centre diff problems put paid to that. John Linoa going for the handbrake trophy. So too was Andy Falconbridge in the big Audi. Late to St. Juan stage and Hanny was still on it. Even with that swollen hand. Adrian Smecks ditched four-wheel drive, choosing to do the event in the Escorts, and he was on for the finish. Also on for a good finish, the Doubleday boys. Finishing one place in front of Dave Edmonds. Dave missing last year's event, but he's got that Jersey bug again. Stuart Thompson and Lee Dare were on for another class win. Brunt was in for a bit of a spin. Kev Gell admitting going too fast on the first Friday stage, which saw it off. Back in the seat for the trophy rally though. Absolutely gutted for both the corner crews. So close to the end, but neither finished. Well, we've got to keep this report short. There's more in car, more interviews, more stage action to go on the DVD. Be sure to order it. Well, congrats to everyone that finished. That was a tough one. Another great Jersey result for Richard Fishley, along with Pete Geiner, 3rd overall. What a drive from this man. 2nd overall for Left Hand Hanny and Andrew Delacour. Well, he's had a couple of co-drivers over the past 10 years, but Sean Humphreys was in the hot seat for the win. Steve Leonard's not the bridesmaid anymore. He gets the 2013 Pay-Per-Clicks Jersey win.
So it's taken him almost a decade to get here. But 2013 is the year Stevie Leonard has brought the Jersey Rally title home to the island.